Back to our big story at 4 o'clock. After a 2-year investigation, the wife of a man whose remains were found buried in a backyard has been arrested.
Those remains were found buried underneath a concrete slab and fire pit.
37-year-old Lori Shaver is now facing a second-degree murder charge. Lake County deputies say back in 2018, they found human remains of her husband, Michael Shaver, at their Claremont home along Sandy Pines Road. News 6's Clay Lepard spoke to the victim's friend, who alerted deputies to conduct a well-being check after he hadn't heard from him.
It's obviously a big relief.
More than 5 years after Michael Shaver was last seen alive, friends and family may finally have an answer as to who deputies say killed this Lake County man.
Hopefully we're going to have closure. It's going to be a long, drawn-out thing, I'm sure. I mean, Michael was a great guy. I mean, he was just a real great guy.
Deputies arrested Shaver's wife, Lori, and charged her with second-degree murder and accessory after the fact.
You may contact him for any statement.
We spoke to Lori Shaver back in early 2018 when deputies first searched the Shaver property near Claremont and eventually found Michael Shaver's remains under a cement slab in the backyard. Court paperwork says Lori etched her name in the cement above Shaver's body, along with her boyfriend at the time. This investigation all began after a close friend of Michael Shaver's called deputies. He says he spoke to a prior girlfriend and the two began to reminisce about Michael Shaver, who they hadn't seen in years.
When she visited the property, she noticed, that Mike's wallet and cell phone was there and Mike wasn't there. And then she had told me about this weird concrete slab that she ended up seeing on Lori's Facebook at one point. So I kind of put all these little pieces together. I'm like, this isn't right at all. Something's weird. That was what triggered me to call the authorities.
For some time now, we have felt that we have a good, strong case against Lori Shaver.
Lieutenant John Harrell with the Lake County Sheriff's Office says Lori remained their prime suspect throughout the investigation, as the story she told them continued to fall apart.
What were some of those nuggets that stood out in this case that just came off a little bit unusual?
All of her lies. From the get-go, everything was just bizarre. Everything was suspicious from the get-go. I mean, from the very beginning.
According to court paperwork, investigators believe Lori Shaver took quite a few steps to conceal her husband's death, including maintaining his social media, using his bank cards, and even sending a woman flowers. At this time, detectives are not revealing how they believe Michael Shaver died. Lori remains locked up without bond.
It's a big step forward to justice for my best friend and his family.
In Lake County, Clay Lepard, Getting Results, News 6.